Snails, or gastropods, are an ancient group of mollusks, having evolved 500 million years ago in the Cambrian period. All of the early snails were marine. Land snails are not a related group of snails. Different groups of aquatic snails have adapted to terrestrial life separately, about 10 times. Thus, land snails are polyphyletic, having multiple origins. Some, while terrestrial, are amphibious, and others require moist environments. Land snails are mostly herbivorous, feeding on plant material such as leaves or fruits. They can also feed on algae and fungi, and some are omnivorous. They move by secreting a mucus, which then rhythmic muscle contractions can move them along, and the action of cilia can help as well. Most have two pairs of retractable stalks at the head, one bearing a pair of eyes and the second bearing olfactory structures. Many species of snail and slug can exist in an area. For example, the state of New York has over 130 species of land snail, some of which are endangered, like the Chittenango ovate amber snail, which is only known from one site in the entire world, a 100-foot waterfall in Chittenango State Park. Others are invasive, having been introduced from other parts of the world, such as the snail on the left introduced from Europe, or the snail on the right introduced from Asia. While some snails possess gills, others possess lungs formed from the mantle. Some of these lunged or pulmonate snails have secondarily adapted to aquatic environments. The pulmonate snails are likely to be hermaphrodites and lay eggs, while the gilled snails are likely to be male or female, and in many, the eggs hatch in the mantle and are born alive. Land slugs are also not a related group, but rather polyphyletic. Different groups of unrelated snails have reduced or lost their shells and are referred to as slugs. So some slugs have no shell, others have a small shell that they cannot retract their bodies into. Most feed on plants, lichens, and decaying material. Some are more specialized, being predators, while others specialize on fungi. Two of the six orders of pulmonate snails are all slugs. All of these slugs, being pulmonate snails, would be hermaphroditic.